Welcome to the U.K.E-Liquid Mixing Show. It is a Wednesday night. It's time to talk a little bit of mixing and just a little bit of general chat. Hope you're all right out there. I never looked at chat. I don't even know if anybody's in. But if you are in chat, have a look at the top and switch it over from top chat, because you are in twat chat, and put it into live chat. And you keep up with everything that we are doing. Don't know where fucking Graham's gone. He's come back. He's not well. He's still not well, bless him. So I hope he's all right. He's back. He ain't died out. He's here. We haven't got dogging Bill. Unfortunately, dogging Bill's not here. He's out dogging. We've been dumped for a ball. That's what we've been dumped for. A ball and a stick. So he's out. He's a ball and a stick. He's out golfing somewhere. So he did message and said he wasn't going to be on. So you have got myself, Benny Vapes. You have also got our one and only returning. I'm lost now. I got Bill and then I go everywhere. I'm lost.
You just say
I'm
fucking
lost.
Graham.
I'm going to say fucking Graham, yeah. I've already done fucking Graham.
He wasn't not here. There were 5 of him last week.
There was. So we've got our one and only mixing guru, which is Graham Net Reality. We have got our own mixing detective, which is Liam Sherlock Holmes. We've got our own mixing maestro, which is Tim Advocate for Liberty, and myself, Benny Babes. And we're missing the chair. So, yeah. Throw me all out, because usually got chair, Graham. Someone drops off and it throws me on me. I forget what I'm doing. I've got which order they do it in. But anyway, that's who we are. So we will pop chat out and see who's in. Pop out chat. There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
See everybody now. So yeah, good evening, and welcome one and all. There's a little bit. We'll talk about chefs in a minute because chefs are having another fucking sale. Have you got that email?
40% off.
40% off theirs. 40% off of chefs' single flavour concentrates. Single flavour concentrates. And what we will do tonight, we will actually do our little, because it is that time to do a little race. Are we having a little race tonight?
Okay.
Yeah. We'll do a little race.
These
So
two are really enthusiastic, aren't they?
I know. Well, I don't know what Vicky and Tim's looking at. I've given me a scythe profile.
Me?
Sorry.
Oh, no. I was just getting Saturday stream set up.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, you're on this show. We could do this one first. Yeah.
It's all done now.
At least he's not playing Minecraft.
Yeah, that's
true. So what we'll do, it is that time of the month. Once a month, we give a little bit of a giveaway away. So what you will get is, if you're in the UK, you can go over to DIYFlavorchaser.co.uk for all your one-shot needs and pick 2 one-shots and from the list of some of the best mixers in the world. If you are in America, you will get a Bull City, is it Bull City Flavors or something? Bull City?
Yeah, Bull City
Flavors.
So you get a Bull City Flavors little gift. It's not much. It's $10. £10. Or if you are in the EU, you will get a chef's little gift card. So that's what you get. So good time to get it if you're in there. So we'll do that a little bit later. So we'll get Graham to... Can you get the race up, Graham, for later on?
No.
Why?
Nope.
Because I have no idea where I'm going to go.
Oh my God! Do I have to do it? I have to do everything on this show.
I got no idea what site you use.
It's almost like it's Benny's show now. Or something.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I've got to do everything myself. Why have minions and do it yourself?
I'm just going to
See, what happened was you changed it from Benny and Friends. Now he just feels like he's privileged.
Yeah. Right. Fuck off with that one. I've got to look for it now. Close. Right, I will put you this. Here you go. Copy. I'll put this in chat, Graham.
Okay.
There you go. Right, sorry about that. Do apologise. Do apologise. Yes. Right, so what we'll do is, while everybody's in chat, we will get Liam to go through chat. Would you like to go through chat for us, please?
Yeah, in chat tonight we have I Don't Know What I'm Doing. How come you got 2 profiles on there, Benny? Free Rider Vapor.
What?
Vapor Bunny. Barry Jones.
What the hell are you on about, you?
I don't know what I'm doing. It's the other profile that's on there.
And what you on about?
There's someone in chat called I don't know what I'm doing. I wondered if it was your other profile.
I'm like, what the fuck are you on about? You totally lost me there, Liam.
Free Rider Vapor, Vapor Bunny, Barry Jones, the Vaping Snowman, Vapor Queen Becky, Lady Liberty, Craig D. I only wear shorts and polo t-shirts. Ian Thomas, Fee, Tony Laura, Barry Jones, Mike Haynes, Rocky Tooney. And this is normally when everybody starts typing, and Kenny 2020.
Good evening. Good evening and welcome. So we will also go around and do a little buffet. So we'll start with Graham, seeing you're not feeling well.
Okay, I've been on that little thing that U.K. got us in Expo with 20 milligram Nick salts. That's basically it. Oh, apart from the Vapresso Gen with the creme hild on top, and in that I've got just CBD.
Can you put what is it in that? Because it says no. Does it say no milligram? Can you put nicotine?
No, it's 250 milligrams. So you divide 60 into 250.
All right.
And that you get the basic dosage, which is nothing, but it's just quite nice to just keep going. Takes the pain away. Seeing I had no paracetamol until about 5 minutes ago. £40 order for shopping so I can get some paracetamol.
He's been because he's got COVID and he's been a sensible citizen.
Yeah. Saving lives. I'll pass it over to Tim.
All right. I got the GT4 on the Gruss, and in that I got the Blueberry Arnold Palmer V2, and then I got the Sup box with the Nevermore on it, and that's got the watermelon drink. Then I got the Aegis Legend with the my logo custom Aegis skin, and then the
nipple on top.
Citadel on top. Yeah, the nipple with orange cream in it. And then I've got the other Aegis Legend with a custom Aegis skin, the Dragon Scale one, and then that's got the Hadley on top, and then that I have the butter rum toffee I made yesterday. And with that, I will pass it to Liam.
I've on the Vaporesso X-Ross Nano, and in that I have the last of my cookie custard. I also have the Hammer of God with the Titan V2 on top, and in that I am using some Custard 73.
Ooh.
And I sorted out my overhang issues with the drag. I've also got the Drag 3 with the Titan on top. I thought I'd minimise the overhang a little bit. No, I was just saying to Benny now, my overhang issue's gone because I actually smashed the glass for my Voltrove. So I'll be getting some.
The Titan looks really good.
Friday.
We need to get you one of the original clutch, single battery clutch. The Titan looks great on it. I've actually used it like that. That's my stealth setup.
Yeah,
that way no one can see it coming.
Yeah, there's just no overhang there at all.
No overhang. It looks like a planet. It looks like the World Trade Center. Not the World Trade Center. What is it? What are the other ones? The ones that are in Men in Black. They fly in Men in Black movie.
No idea.
I haven't got a clue.
Dave
pass it back to Benny.
Right, mate? Thank you very much. So I'm on the Gua with the original Albert on top, and inside that I've got some fancy fruits, heritage raspberry and blueberry.
Are they fancy? Or are they just fruits?
Just fruits, but a little bit fancy.
Well, you can only vape that with your pinky out.
Exactly. And I'm on the Aegis Solo with the Arbiter Solo, and inside that I've got some Vanilla Q1 from Nasty. Tunnel Laura's asking why hasn't Ian Thomas does not have a wench? A wench?
A wench?
Don't know if he has a wench. He doesn't have
Ian
a
Wammas
wench.
won't have a wench. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Great spanners come with great responsibility. I've got a few spanners. There's a few spanners out there. Try to keep them down to a minimum because if I give everybody a spanner, it'll be just all blue. Which you may want to catch me sort of middle of December. When we do as sort of in between Christmas and New Year, when we do as Christmas party, probably I'll just give everybody spanners then.
Yeah, plus at that point in time is the best time anyway, because that's around the time where we need a designated spanner.
Exactly. So yeah, that's why. No, personal or like that. It was just there's only a few people who've got some. Papa Chicklet, you all right?
Hey, Baba.
Kenny 2020 is more of a sledgehammer. Bless him. What we got? We have got Mike Haynes is on the 11-11 Reborn and the Armageddon and Camilla. Evil Dealer with Pulse and a Country Fudge from a Moratorium.
Amatorium.
No, it's a Moratorium.
Not anymore. Now it's a moratorium. Now it's
Moratorium.
properly labeled.
And it's on the Dead Rabbit V3 and Liam's Curiously Cinnamon. That is what it's on. So, and I think, what is it? What we got? We've got Rocky Tooney is on A Whole Lot of Buns, ELR, in his Zeus. So we'll bring that up in a little bit. So, yeah, why I put that on the title today, drops and all that lot, is because I saw someone on Twitter, something you're right. I saw someone on Twitter saying to everybody, "Oh, this is our mix," and people, Inchcliffe, Paul, you're right, that he uses drops, and I'm like, do people still use drops? Does people actually still use drops?
Yeah,
for mixing?
there are still one or two people out there that believe that to get the most out of the very concentrated flavors like Flavora, you have to measure in drops.
But why?
Because they're too cheap to afford scales or syringes.
I just don't get why people are still measuring out drops.
Well, I do that with my kind of quick mix that I do. I just put like 10 drops of one in, 15 drops of another, and then just put PG and VG and shake it up, and it's ready to go.
You see, the only problem I have with drops is occasionally, even if you get the same bottle, sometimes the drops aren't the same exactly. I mean, it'll be close, but there's sometimes you'll get a bottle that just a little bit, maybe it's got a little deformity in it, and it'll drip a little bigger or smaller.
The only way you would get it 100% accurate would be if you were using a pipette. And if you're going to be using pipettes, then you may as well use a syringe anyway.
Yep.
Exactly. Imagine Kenny's just put in. Imagine losing count of 350 drops. Exactly.
Oh crap! Well, throw that out.
Yeah. Motivate says drops vary sometimes. When you add a drop, it's a half air, more of a bubble than a drop. Exactly. That's what, and we're doing it. Not ripping anybody apart, but
when you get to the very bottom of a bottle, how do you do drops when it's going psh, psh? It doesn't really drip anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I just don't. I can understand something if you're coming up to the last bit and you've got some things they only use drops for sweetener. You know, I can understand when you're coming up to sort of like you've just saying, you're just throwing something together right quick, and you already know I just want a single flavour and I'm just going to bang 5 drops in it. Do you know what I mean? You can understand if you're just mixing it up like that, but yeah.
If you're trying to do something really quick, you're running out the door, you don't want to get out. I can see that.
Yeah.
But if you're actually trying to make a mix,
I suppose if you're mixing for yourself, then you can mix any way you want to. You can drop it for 50 foot from the ceiling if you want to, because you're mixing for yourself.
Right.
But the problem comes if you're then going to be publishing that recipe. If you tell people you need to do 10 drops of this, 25 drops of that, 34 drops of this one, people are just going to ask you how many milliliters is that anyway. So then you're going to have to convert it to milliliters anyway, so you may as well measure.
So what if this other person buys a different size bottle? The drops aren't the same.
Nope.
Exactly. That's what. Do you know what I mean? And people, whichever you prefer to them, everybody's saying. Moglovit's saying a turkey baster.
Turkey
I don't know how big his drops are going to be. He's sucking it up in a big flipping. Let me get the tasty maker out. Yeah. Everybody's saying, use your drug dealer scales. But I did notice that Mark Nature Vape has now been confirmed. I think Craig D pointed him in the right direction for some scales, and he's got them on his site now.
I got a new one.
Yeah, but it's so much easier. Papa Chico said, got to use DigiScales. It's so much easier to use a set of scales just to mix up, and then maybe you're using your nicotine.
Well, that's why they even sell like the scale sets now to make your alcoholic drinks versus measuring it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's accurate as well to replicate. You'll get the same results every single time. As long as your scales are calibrated.
As long as the scales are the same, your concentrations and your liquids are all the same. Yeah.
Anyone else using a scale.
When was the last time you calibrated your scales?
Last week.
Me? This morning.
I dropped my bollocks on them and measured them.
Because that's why I got this one, because this one comes with a handy dandy calibration weight right inside it. So
I use 2Ps.
Use 2Ps?
Yeah, the old school dodgy way.
The old school dodgy way.
Yeah, Mike, the Triton for £20 on Nature Vape. Yeah, they're looking at decent scale. I've just got a little pair of drug dealer scales. I'm only mixing for myself, so if they're out, I'm not overly that bothered. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the scales I ordered actually come in the box, and it just had my address on there. But they covered up most of the other stuff, and you literally just see on there it said you can use for weed.
It says it on there?
Yeah.
It reminds me of the comment. You can put your weed in it.
Yeah.
Well, at least he didn't have a grow tent delivered to a terraced house.
Yeah, and someone else had to take it in. Zippy, you all right? But yeah,
this one came with a tray. I don't know what the tray would be for mixing.
It's for gold. It's for gold and weighing out your gold.
Yeah, for weighing.
Mike said earlier as well that he's really enjoying the whiskey cinnamon. So
he is. I did notice that, yes.
I'm really glad you're enjoying that, Mike.
Is that as a one shot?
It is a one shot. It was on Zippy's. I haven't actually got it in Flavor Chaser UK.
Right, I see.
Because it's cinnamon, I didn't want to bring that one across because I know some people love cinnamon, some people hate cinnamon, and some people are a little bit too scared to vape cinnamon. So,
Ian Thomas has just put, Graham, sorry to hear you've been suffering. I seem to have escaped the sea so far. Felt I would catch it at export, apparently not. If you'd give Graham a bigger cuddle, you'd have got it off of him. He's given it to everybody else. There's 5 people there, and you've given it to Blazing as well, and his missus.
7 people.
Oh, he did?
So far out of that. Got it.
Steve's got it, yeah.
You gave it to Steve?
I didn't give it to anyone.
You know, you're only supposed to hug him. You weren't supposed to kiss him full on lips and tongue. I mean, you just weren't supposed to do it. He told you no.
Feast put 0.2 grams per drop on average. Sometimes my scales don't want to measure that low.
Yep. If you're doing something like that, super concentrated flavors and stuff like that, I could kind of see you using a drop or even the toothpick drop method.
Yeah, but
why would you mess around with a toothpick drop?
But
there's some things that are that concentrated. There's a few flavorings out there.
It's only
like
medicine
that.
flower.
If I get a flavor that's that concentrated that I have to measure it in drops, I dilute it. Dilute it so that I can measure it properly.
Papa Chick said, I'm working on a honey peanut and banana recipe. Just got in the honey roasted peanuts wonder flavors for a Sherlock Holmes recipe.
I think I know that's a tobacco recipe, I think.
You see, now, Zippy, he would never have gotten sick had this been Christmas episode time, because the alcohol couldn't, there's no way that COVID could have actually locked into that whole, that alcohol would have killed it off before it got within 10 feet.
Paul saying, I didn't get it. I'm sure I got a special hug from Graham. And he is saying, Graham and I were all relatively close. And Mike is saying, both me and Vanessa cuddled Graham. Oh, shit, I'm travelling in a couple of days. Oh dear. So so it was a carrier over the weekend. So if you did give him a cuddle, then yes, it was all around everybody. It was like a whore with no drawers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously, someone had it down there, didn't they? Someone must
Yeah.
have had it in the group of people that we was with.
Yeah.
Must have.
I was
started
actually kind of
it.
concerned with going to the funeral because it was packed like sardines in there. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then the pastor's up there, and the pastor's up on the thing. He goes, "Yeah, I recently came in contact with it." It's like, "Oh, that's nice." And we have a packed room here, so everybody in here is potentially infected.
Yeah.
Well, I now definitely got it from Expo because I didn't see anybody for a week beforehand. So it was definitely from somewhere in Expo during that weekend. I blame Danny.
Yeah.
Have you
But
noticed everybody who's got it also has a bottle of that?
yeah, they've all got it off of that. Yeah. But it's saying if the flavour is super concentrated, it makes a 10% solution.
Yeah, that's what I always do with them.
And Craig D's caught it off the screen, you son of a bitch. Graham was saying at the expo, look at how many people he slipped into. Yes, he had a bit of Scott Wood. Rocket Junior says I use a 0.000 scale for concentrates, then move to a 0.00 scale for PGVG. I don't know why you use two scales. Why not use one? I don't.
Larry.
It might be that the 0.000 scales only do a low measurement. They'll only do maybe 100 grams or something.
All
Yeah,
right. Love it.
Oh, hang on. I need to do something. Be back in a sec.
All right. See you in a minute.
He's got to slip it to someone else. I got it.
Yeah. He's got to go. His drug dealer that's just come in the door with his paracetamol. He's saying my FLV rich cinnamon is 10% delicious and they still use only 1 or 2 drops. And Mike Kane said, when I heard you were giving folk Amateur and juice at X, I missed it. Near lemon pocket. Ah, bless you. It will be coming back with a moratorium.
A moratorium.
A moratorium.
He says no, but then look at the picture he put up. Yeah, it fits.
Yeah, exactly. What did you miss? Not a great deal, mate. Not a great deal, Larry. Not a great deal. Oh, we're just talking about drip drops, and scales. That's what we're talking about. You definitely get a pair of
Drip,
scales.
drops, scales, pipette drops.
Ian Thomas says that's a flavour I don't intend to get. You'd be surprised. Cinnamon's quite nice.
Rich cinnamon. I actually made that one for Frank's show, and it turned out really good.
Yeah,
I baked it all actually.
Flavora rich cinnamon is a lovely. It's a really, really nice cinnamon. It's not like cinnamon red hots. It's soft bakery cinnamon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you've got a cinnamon, you don't want it punching. Do you know? You don't want it in your face, do you? Do you know what I mean? Unless you like the in your face one. Zippy don't dilute the rich cinnamon. A cinnamon to me is just on top of something. Do you know, like a bun, when you get that little bit of a cinnamon taste, rather than some people when you get cinnamon, it's like in your face and it's like fucking fire. Do you know what I mean?
I can show this if you want. Benny.
Yeah.
This is the one. This is the one I made for Frank. I've talked about this a couple times, but I'm still amazed at how good this tastes. Frank's Atomic Apple. This is after he did the one chip challenge thing the night before. I made this for him. Baked apple SSA at 2%, cinnamon roll Flavor West at 4%, cinnamon sugar Sylvan Cap at 1.5, Fuji apple flavor art at 2, rich cinnamon flavora at 0.5, and the super sweet cap at 0.5. And I thought that rich cinnamon was gonna be like torture. It gives you a nice, like almost like fireball like aftertaste, but it's not bad. I also have that ATF as well, and it looks like an
That
alcohol.
seems quite high for that rich cinnamon.
It is on purpose because I want he did that chip challenge. Then I vaped it and it's like, oh, this is actually really nice and pleasant. I thought it was gonna be like
in your face.
Yeah.
Slapping you in your face with a bit of
I thought it was gonna slap me in the face, and it didn't. It's like there was enough going on there outside of it that actually brought it to the point where it was just a really nice. You got mostly on the exhale at the end.
Mike Kane says, is it possible to get flavour art concentrates from Italy?
Yes, you can order from Flavor Art Italy direct.
Yeah.
But bear in mind, you might end up with customs fees and everything else on top of that.
If
Why?
you
What
go
you?
over, if you go over £135 shipping on your order and your shipping, you'll be paying custom fees. Anything under that, you don't pay custom fees for.
And I think Flavor Art UK have got all of the flavors that Italy have got anyway, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, to go to flavorart.co.uk. I don't know why you'd want to be picking up stuff from Flavor Art Italy. To be fair, yeah, exactly.
She's
Flavor
right.
Art
I
UK.
forgot about that. The vanilla ice cream. I did actually accidentally put a little vanilla ice cream because I had the 2 bottles. What it was is this: don't put 2 Flavor West bottles next to each other.
Yeah,
And they're the same size.
talking about the cinnamon, the Danny's one with
Fidelio.
I tasted them all, and I went for the dark cherry with the cinnamon shatter,
Yes.
and I was quite impressed with that, with the cinnamon with the cherry.
Yeah, it's not a cinnamon in your face.
It
Cinnamon,
reminds
is it?
me of licorice torpedoes. That's a cinnamon
Yeah.
kind of taste from a licorice torpedo. Which
Yeah.
I remember I talked about that before we even went to Expo. We talked about the kind of a cinnamon being with cherry seemed an unusual combination, but might go well. After tasting them all, it was my favorite pick out the lot.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, I don't know because of the illness in quotes. So I haven't really been vaping it that much, so I'm keeping it till I still hold my judgment on it until I can vape it properly. But
Go on, sorry.
it's not something I would vape all the time. I don't.
It's not. I said that to him. I said that to him when I took him. I said, to be fair, I'm not a massive cinnamon person, but tasting that, I was like, it's pleasant with the cherry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not in your face and being all heat and nasty and all like that. It's quite mellow. It's quite nice.
It's mellow. It's nice.
Yeah, it makes it quite a nice balanced vape on it. I said that to him. I said that when I've got them all here anyway. So, Mike Haynes made a juice for a friend called Arse Burner Red Cinnamon Heat, both at 4%.
The only thing I would say with cinnamon you have to watch, but I don't know if it's that much of an issue now, is a lot of cinnamons can crack plastic tanks. But
most tanks have switched over to a more resilient plastic.
Yeah, I can't think of any like that would be around now, unless
you have an older
style
tank or spare tanks from before. Most of the newer ones have been switched over to a better plastic.
Yeah, they do crack them though. They go. Do you know when I first heard
they'll actually
cracking,
dissolve them in some cases?
I thought tank cracking were like when you got a glass and it shattered, and it isn't. It's when it goes frosted.
Yeah,
it goes like the plastic goes like a frosted shit, so you can't see it.
And that's before it starts to goo out and just melt away.
Yeah, that's when you know it's cracked. Richard Lee Sanna, hey guys, this is Richard from the United States. I ordered 1 bottle of One Shot. Thank you for your post. No problems. Hope you enjoy whatever you've
nice
got.
Rocky. Here it is. Rocky's used the other day.
Ian Thomas says, I hardly taste any, but it's a delicious liquid. Yeah. I've forgot about that custard juice. We'll contact you for some when I have some spare funds.
Yeah, I don't know the custard juice.
Rocky Jones put all the flavours. My new XXX rated recipe is banging. Pardon the pun.
I didn't grab all the flavors, but here it is. A whole lot of buns, XXX. Cinnamon Danish swirl at cap at 1. A lot of latte, OSDIY at 3. Sticky bun from cap at 3. Super sweet from cap at 0.4. Vanilla bean ice cream TPA at 1. And whipped cream SSA at 0.6. And if it tastes like that looks, yes. And then he's... Tim, do not Google the title of this recipe.
Oh.
Google it.
Google it. A whole lot of buns.
I'm going to Google it.
Of course he is.
Mogulvate says, MBV Gawar Bloodbath shattered one of my Fanis plastic carto tanks one day. I heard it smash. In some sense, that's the citrus or the cinnamon etching the plastic. Yeah, that's when you know it's going to crack, innit? When you see all that frostiness.
Is the smell? Is the cinnamon aldehyde?
Dimby?
Yeah, and when it starts to do that, the plastic's breaking down. Do not vape it.
Yeah, just don't break it.
I've Googled it. Do you want me to show my screen?
That is
You
up to
cannot
Kenny.
show nudity. It's a new
In other
thing.
words, no, Graham.
It's a new thing on what is it now that you can't use nudity pictures or anything offensive on your or clickbait on your things now.
You've seen this, Chad. Are they going to be offended?
Kenny.
Yeah, he's looking at
the
me.
reflection on Graham's glasses. Zoom in hand screen.
Yes. He's with a magnifying glass looking at his screen. Yep. This is why I got the 4K screen. Just so
You know, the first time I ever wore these glasses on the stream, I put a big logo up of Pornhub on the other screen, and every time I looked over it, nobody noticed.
Just because we don't take much notice of you, Graham.
Yeah.
Isn't that the mod that Mick got? Didn't he get the Pornhub one? Remember that 3D printed one that the Pornhub
The
symbol on it?
overkill mods with
Yeah, didn't he get one of those? I thought
Oh, you got
Mick
that
one.
overkill mode. Not overkill. It was something else. It wasn't overkill, was it?
yeah. What was it? What was on the side of it?
I don't know, but he got one.
One of them that was available was Pornhub. The Pornhub symbol. I thought that was one that Mick got.
So Craig D's put my decent Apple tobacco cheat, Vampire Vape Western Smooth one shot 10%, FA Fuji Apple 3%, and FA Vanilla Bourbon at 1%.
Yeah, I still cheating. I still mixing.
It is, and I do see someone else doing that on thingy, mixing different. And I suppose you call it mixing. He mixes different e-liquids together.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
I did
it's
that
still
before.
mixing.
Cloud
Yeah, I mean,
Cartel does that with my fudge. He mixes it with some vanilla ice cream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that-
is what
yeah.
this guy was doing. He was taking say he'd got your amatorium, and it'd take this and
Made
mix
it
them
good.
together.
He made it good, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I
Made it
first
better.
started. That's how I first started out. I was mixing Heisenberg with Pinkman, making
Oh, right, yeah.
Heisenpink.
Eyes and pink.
Don't mix lemon pocket with white rabbit. It tastes like sour.
Baby sick.
Yeah, I should have cleaned the tank before putting in white rabbit in it.
Oh, I mean, actually done that before. The accidental mix in a tank.
Oh,
Grab the wrong bottle, put it in there, and it don't taste right.
Yeah. What's that Western Smooth one shot like, Craig? Is it all right? Because I do like a nice tobacco vape. I do like a nice tobacco.
I was wondering the same thing.
Works good, he says. Works good. So it's a way, I suppose, if you don't want to mix your own tobacco vapes up, you've got your base there, haven't you, to work on. So you can use.
Especially if someone doesn't really likes the flavor, but it thinks it's a little too heavy in a tobacco because maybe they're not really into it, and they want to cut it with something.
It's exactly the same as a mixer coming up with a base and just using that base then to add different flavors to.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It's like making a stone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whenever he says making a stone, that's your stone there, and you can play around with that then because that's already mixed up. And you can add if you want a bit more vanilla to it, you can add a vanilla to it. You can add a custard to it.
Yeah, when I got was it Nevins Blue, I always added some lime to it, because I liked it. It brought up a little bit more.
Add about a gram of graham. It'd be perfect.
I've gone deaf.
Pardon?
Hang on.
It's affecting your ears and your pressures.
Mike Kane's saying no way keeping lemon pocket pure, and Bunny's saying only thing that should be mixed with lemon pocket is more lemon pocket. Lol. Rocky
That'll
Tune
work.
is Rocky soon he started mixing with commercial coffee vapes together.
Yeah, I did that with the Cafe Racer one. Was pretty decent. Had a decent coffee. But I actually added there was a different one. I had another cream one. I mixed it 50-50 when the bottle got down, and oh, it was delicious. Just added a little more cream to that. I can't remember what I mixed with it though.
Richard Lee saying, can you guys recommend a good juice? I know because obviously you are in the States, so well a bit obviously because we're UK, I don't know what transfers over to the States.
It also depends on what your profile you're looking for. That's a wide open question.
Yes, so like I say, tell us what your profile is. Tell us what you think. We might be able to point you in the right direction for. I mean, we could.
I'm partial to Steel Valley Vapor's custard line. I actually like his.
Can you get Sifu Mustache's stuff from him?
And Sifu's, yep. If you want to do home, he's got a really nice, broad, wide range of flavors in his line.
So yeah, Richard, let us know what sort of flavour profiles you're after, and then we can sort of think about it. Mike ain't saying, Richard, I would have recommended Amatorian's range, but
yeah, I agree with you, Mike.
Kenny says, I did a Pinkman tobacco, called it 2 in the pink, one in the stink. Google the recipe.
Go for it, Graham. You're the Google master of dirty stuff.
I'm not Googling that. I'm going to put that on the LR.
Much better if you Google it.
So has anybody got any questions other than, like say, about mixing? Has anybody got any flavours they're trying to play around with and just sort of missing out on that one thing that we could... I don't like fruity in cinnamon bun vapes.
Yeah, the only fruit that actually kind of goes really well with that is either an apple or a pear.
Oh, he's retracted that message.
Yeah.
So if you are working on a recipe, let us know. I tell you what, I have been hearing good things about Mike Haynes' recipes.
Yeah,
I have too. Yep.
You told me to leave it to steep, so I'm leaving them to steep. And I have no idea what flavour profile they are because I turned Simon's show off as soon as they started talking about it, so I didn't know. So I'll be tasting them blind as soon as I can. But it kind of gives it away when it actually says it on the label.
Barry Jones saying, is Country Fudge still available? It's not at the moment, but you maybe have to get some from a moratorium.
Yeah, you can contact me through Instagram.
Craig D saying, Vampire Vapes, Tobacco 961 one shot is also very good. It's hazelnut up front, tobacco cream, tiny bit of vanilla, very nice. I'm not a massive fan of nuts in my vape.
Well,
I am.
I got one of these. I got this here. You'd mentioned Mike. And I remember this one. I saw this when it popped up. The PMM Nut Muffin V2 with crumble topping, Wonder Flavors of 1.5, maple syrup candy, Wonder Flavors 1.5, Nut Muffin from Cap at 4, Pecan Loran's at 3.5, and Super Sweet. That actually looks really, really good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have that pecan.
There you go. My blind tasting is now gone up the wall because I know exactly what's in it now.
What? You didn't have that?
That's the one I'm blind tasting.
You can't taste it?
No, I'm blind tasting it.
Oh, now you know what's in it.
Now I know what's in it.
Well, guess what? That's worry. A good vape. I want to know if it's any good, but yeah, I mean, it's okay because that matters to me. I want to know.
Mike Haynes is playing around with basil. Have you come across any good combos? Strawberry goes quite well with basil.
Yeah, what I normally do when I'm playing around with unusual flavors like that for vaping, I just tend to Google the actual food pairings. With stuff like basil, you get a lot of savory things, but you do get the occasional desserts as well, like basil strawberry ice cream, things like that.
But don't try coriander; doesn't go with anything.
It goes with chicken tikka masala.
Just turns everything into a curry.
Yeah. Richard likes desserts vaping and fruity vape. That's what he likes. So Rocketoo says, in US, I like Coastal Clouds, Big Bottle Company, and Bad Drip. Yeah, mate, Mike, you can send me some if you so wish.
Yeah,
It looks
There was-
good, Mike.
there
It
was
really
one
does.
bad. There was one bad drip I tried years ago. It was really nice. It was a cinnamon one, but I can't remember the name of it.
Coastal Clouds I've had Coastal Clouds before. Big Bottle Company, I used to like their strawberry vanilla ice cream. It had the cone in it. So I would say Big Bottle Company, if you can still get them, it was like I had the taste of a waffle cone. That were quite nice with that. So yeah. Oh, else is there any? So anybody in Charles in America can recommend some good commercial juices for Richard?
I've heard about testing grounds as well. Was it the rich kids of Instagram as well?
All right, what's that?
They're an Instagram group. We order them from Instagram, I think.
Right. What you
I've been watching too much of Green Green.
What we got? Uncle Chris testing grounds. That's what we're just on. That
Yep.
They're cheap and Big Bottle is Big Bottle is cheap. Yeah, but like I say, I got one.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
get
get
the
it
Uncle Chris testing grounds as quick as you can, because he might have to shut down here because his cost for his lab is like doubling.
Oh,
He uses
right.
the lab that makes his liquids.
Right.
So get them while you can. I've got a few of them.
He says, Kenny 20 cents, have you tried getting some brush concentrate? Boom, boom.
Tim won't get that.
But he won't, will he? No, he won't. Elmer Fudge apparently likes basil.
Well, that Georgie's like a fudge sundae. It's a fudge sundae. That's actually really good by them. That's a nice dessert, and all his custards are good too.
Oh, Papa Chigley's posted a recipe, a coconut peach cream. We'll have a look at that one. It's one thing saying, been trying to mix peaches and cream, but can't get the cream right, chaps. What cream are you looking for? That's the thing. You need to sort of define what cream, because there is different creams, and it'll give you a different taste. You'll get an ice cream, you get a thick cream, heavy cream. Do you want a light cream? Do you want a milk cream?
Do you want a
Yeah,
milkier
yeah.
cream? Do you want a like a almost like a condensed milk cream? I mean, there's all kinds of different creams you can use, and it depends on what you're really looking for. What kind of peach cream are you looking for?
That's what you need to sort of let us know, what sort of cream you're after. Because obviously, Bavarian cream, you're going to get a thicker cream. It's a different cream. You want milky undertones. You want that sort of, peaches with a drizzle of.
Yeah, I mean, if you like a
milk over
really
it.
thick cream, sometimes going with a custard's a good way to go too. I mean, that can work really well with something like that. Depending on the custard, some of the custards are really more of a thick or medium cream than they are custard. Same with pudding.
He's been trying sweet cream. The problem with sweet cream is, on its own, it's not that cracking.
It's kind of
sweet
boring.
Cream. Yeah.
Depends on what sweet cream as
It's
well,
yeah.
because there are some bad sweet creams out
Yeah. Kenny 20. Kenny. Turn it in, chap. Turn it in. Rocky Tuner's liking whipped cream SSA is my go-to lately. Like I say, sweet cream on its own is not. It's not brilliant on its own. It needs bringing up with something else, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Vape Train sweet cream is really good, and Flavora sweet cream is good as well.
I just don't think they're a cream on their own.
A really
myself,
thick
that's
diacetyl cream. Well, with the diacetyl cream, you're really kind of looking more like almost a custard or a pudding.
If you want
Which
that
actually will go good with peaches, by the way.
it's trying to get that thin cream, like
Condensed-
single cream,
Yes.
Condensed milk.
Yes.
that milk.
Yeah, condensed milk
you
actually.
say.
So you might want to try that. That is the FA condensed milk.
No,
No,
not the FA.
no, not the
condensed
FA.
No,
milk.
what were the other ones you've been on about?
The new one.
The Cinnabon condensed milk, but the Purilium one is supposed to be really good as well.
And the Wonder flavors.
And
Wonder
Wonder
Flavors isn't
flavors
bad
as
either.
well. That's excellent.
But using condensed milk in creams really low just highlights it. It just brings out the cream a lot more.
Yeah.
Even at 0.25, Salubrome at 0.25 in a cream will just bring up the cream up and give you that kind of like that you just poured a little bit of sugar on it. And do you know when the sugar sinks into the cream and gives you that kind of gooiness?
Yeah.
Which gives you a nice sweet cream. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, a good combo for like a pouring cream, a thin pouring cream.
Oh,
Would
Barry's
be-
idea too.
Would be the Jungle Flavors fresh cream
Dave,
with the SA condensed milk or Purilium or the Wonder Flavors.
Yeah, what was my go-to cream for a long time for that kind of cream was Flavora cream.
Yeah,
Flora
Flora
cream
cream's good as well. Yeah,
Buddy Jones like saying whipped cream, SSA, and sober room condensed milk.
Yeah.
Richard, no problem. If you are new to mixing, mate, just if you are wanting to get into it, we can point you in the right direction of what you will need if you want to get into trying some mixing yourself. It's not hard. It's not hard. You know what I mean? It's people think it's hard, and it's not. It's not. Once you just get the basics down, and you can.
And
Mix
especially if you've got somebody helping you with good flavors. When you start, a lot of people will start with kind of just like that flavor, and that flavor, and they pick bad flavors.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they
Don't
immediately fail.
don't pick the flavors that sound good.
Yes.
Pick
Yeah,
the
a
flavors
lot of
that
times
you know
names are
you'll
misleading.
use.
It really is.
I would recommend starting off by finding somebody on ELR who's got the same sort of taste palette as yourself. So because you like fruits and desserts, find a good, well-known mixer that mixes up a lot of fruits and desserts or desserts, and then start trying to mix their recipes. And then build up your flavor stash that way by mixing recipes, and then you can branch off then and start experimenting. I mean, I've had people using my recipes before, and I told them I really don't mind if they play around with the recipe completely, swap things out, drop percentages down, pour them up. It's one of the best ways of learning because you mix up somebody's recipe so you know exactly how it tastes like, and then you play around with it and see how you can affect that taste.
Yeah, you gotta try someone's recipe, see if it goes with yours. Like
don't go out.
Like
Just
Liam said, and once you find someone who does,
Dave.
you find people that actually mix and it tastes similar. I found that actually, ironically, Liam and Graham both their palates are very similar to mine when I taste because actually every mix I've ever mixed of theirs I've liked. And Graham's even given me decent advice. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud.
But if you if you are, just think to yourself if you like a strawberry vape or you like a peach vape or a banana vape or whatever thing else, and just sort of look at them type banana into ELR and pick, who's got the star, for a big mixer, and then look at that recipe. You don't have to order 25 million flavour concentrates. Just order the ones on there and see what you think.
Another thing you can do to help us is like if there's a commercial liquid you like, and that's what you're going for, that type of cream or something like that or whatever, let us know which one, because if we've had it, we might be able to like dial it in a little bit better for you.
And start small. Just order 10 milliliter bottles to start off with, just in case you don't actually like one of the flavors.
Yes.
So you're not stuck with a 100 ml bottle that you're never going to use.
Yeah, ask Bill about that. He's got a few 120 ml bottles that he. Well, look, it's almost full. I cracked it once, tried it. Nope.
I've got Papa Chigley's recipe up as well, so I'll just do a quick share screen on that. I already dropped it into chat. So this is Papa Chigley's DIY coconut peaches and cream. So it's 1.5% Dolce de Leche from SSA, 2.5% Nectar Peach from Mullenberry, 2.5% Palm Coconut from Mullenberry, 3.5% Peach Pie and Cream Wonder Flavors, 0.5% of SSA ripe coconut, 2.5% Flavor West vanilla bean ice cream, and 2% SSA whipped cream.
Okay, I would like this. I think.
See if there's any notes, because I know Papa does notes. Solid choice nectar and nectar peach by Mulberry is a bit brighter than the Wonder Flavors peach pie and cream. Together they work really well. Palm coconut is a great all-round coconut, but ripe coconut SSA takes it up a notch with a gloriously full, thick and smooth mouthfeel and some more coconut shavings. Add in the vanilla bean ice cream and the whipped cream. Completes a satisfyingly dense cream, with the latter bringing some buttery dairy notes. Dolce de leche, add some lovely dairy caramel gooey goodness.
Looks like a
Nice
really
looking
good
recipe, Papa.
He's saying we made some that took 4 weeks to make. I would like to know what it was. Must be on Instagram. I don't know, mate. I'd have to have a look through and see what we were playing around with on there. Like, I'll put a post up. I don't know. I can't tell you off the top of my head because I haven't used Insta for ages. So Papa Jigger used vanilla bean, ice cream, flavourless, and whipped cream SSA with a drop of ripe coconut for a really thick palate coating cream.
Yeah, you don't get it. That's another thing. Don't be afraid of using ice cream because really, you don't really get the ice anyways. You're just getting the cream. So when you see ice cream, don't get scared and say, "Hey, I can't use that and a peaches and cream." You can.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're getting like that thick cream with that that vanilla sort of taste that you get in
Vanilla
the dairy ice
swirl.
creams.
Vanilla swirl, but it's an
Vanilla
ice cream.
swirl.
Vanilla
Oh, that's
swirl.
a good one. Yeah,
It's an ice
I used
cream.
a lot of that.
Used to be used all the time, vanilla swirl. Everything had vanilla swirl. You don't see them used that often now, vanilla swirl.
Yeah.
And it's still a good solid flavor. It's
is,
just one
it
that
is.
kind of went by the wayside.
Everyone got bored of it.
Yeah, because we were in everything. At one time, we were in everything. Tonal was saying a good Big's net. I don't know what a big net is.
It's
net?
donut.
Big
Beanie. Oh, is it
Beignet.
Is that
beanie?
Binya? I've never heard of it.
Donut.
Donut.
Hey, I got that.
great.
I got the one-on-one one.
If you want a fruit one, wow, FA,
Yeah.
and if you can get Salubrome beignet.
What is it? Is it?
I can get this. Go in right there.
Ah.
Oh, and 101. Didn't realize.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I just
Is
got
it
it in.
Flavour Art King that tastes a little bit donutty? You know, there.
No, it's
Wow.
wow.
Yep, I got that.
Is it
The
wow?
the puzzle one.
Wow. Oh no.
No, the puzzle. Yeah,
Jack.
they are.
The
Is it
puzzle
Jack?
one. It's right here
Is-
somewhere.
Yes.
one-
It's a cannoli, isn't it, Jack?
No,
Yes, but it tastes
The
very much
Jack is
more
really
like
good.
Yeah.
more like a donut to me. There's that. It's very donut sort of.
Right here, the
Taste.
king.
I get a decent fried shell on
Yes,
that. But
that's-
I don't
that's
actually
what-
get, and I don't really get a lot of the filling that you're supposed to have. the
Have you seen
cream
you
in
all
that.
right, Kieran? Long time no see. I hope you're well, brother.
Is that what
Seen
you're
your
talking
video
about,
you
the
put
Jack?
out. If no, yeah, Jack. If you are, why have you two? You've both gone blurred now. You and Liam.
Yep, I'm blurred too. Yep. So is Liam.
Look at that.
Yeah, mine won't work like that. So I'll have to do this.
I'm not
Okay, I'm
working
awake.
either.
I'm awake. I swear.
If you go over to Kieran's Twitter, he's put a really nice. I think he's put it on Instagram as well. About smoking. A little video. I don't know where he got the video from, but it's really good. Don't know if he's done it himself or whatever, but yeah, Richard, just pick your flavours that you like and just try them. That, like you say, Papa Chigley Follow A does some good ones if you like it. So yeah, just haven't seen you about for a while. He says he's been busy. Mike Haynes is in Blackpool at end of November. Kieran says you fancy a pint
On the pier.
on the pier, underneath the pier.
Underneath the beer. Oh, you're gonna hang out
Oh,
with
you
Bill?
don't want to go underneath the pier.
You're gonna hang out with
You
Bill.
don't
Okay,
want to
got
go
it.
underneath the pier.
Dave said he made a rummy coffee break. It's on ELR. It's good.
I will have a look to see if I can find it.
It's one thing to say most donut flavours taste like coconut to me. Do you know what? I like a donut. I do like a donut vape. I do like a really nice donut vape. Graham did a really nice donut. It is a nice donut. Do you know what I mean? He did a nice donut vape. Did Graham?
We just talked about that the other day, either on the show or after the show. On the other night about donuts and the fact that a lot of them do have like a coconut like flavor to them, which is strange because a lot of them, even if you mix it, doesn't have coconut in it.
Well,
That's
I get coconut from donuts. I get coconut from cakes. I get and pie crusts. Get a lot of coconut from pie crusts. I'm just seeing coconut sensitive in a lot of things.
Yeah, it's the local nuts going on there. With the coconuts. You're crossing those over. No, they,
But never forget the Polar. The Polar's a great coconut, a great donut.
it is. If you're looking for an old-fashioned donut style, definitely.
After
Sorry,
go on,
I've just
Ben.
dropped a link. I've just dropped a link in there to Kieran's channel. Just have a look at that little video that he's put on. See what you think. So, sorry, he said, "What the fuck, deaf now?" Sorry, it was me. I clicked onto Kieran's channel to get a link and it played video, but obviously can hear through my thing, can't they? What we're playing. Sorry, do apologise.
I've got Dave's rummy coffee breaker. So I'll share that. So we have 4% caramel coffee with sweet milk from Purilium, 2.5% English toffee from VSO. It's a cult.
It's a cold fucker. Get it off. Get it off. Get it off. It's a fucking cult.
2% French vanilla thick from Wonder Flavors, 2.5% rum VSO, and 0.5% of sweet VSO.
Well, that looks very familiar-ish.
Look, Jimmy says little red baguette. I can't even speak tonight.
See, I find it a little strange that recipe. I mean, it's very similar, but we had a new drop yesterday. So guess what? We'll go over a cult flavor here.
Say it again. Copy over. Go over to Kieran's channel.
Butter rum toffee, butter rum raw. VSO 0.5.
Get it off.
Sugar VSO 1.5.
Get it off.
English
It's a fucking
toffee
cult.
VSO 2.5, and sweet VSO. And I'm telling you what, to me, that butter rum might be my. You know how Rocky Tooney is with milk and honey? That butter rum might be that to me. That is good.
I have another unreleased recipe
Oh,
to share. Seeing as we were talking cinnamons and donuts, this one is called Fried. I will release it, but I just don't know when. I actually mixed it up last year.
It's been sleeping well then.
I was saving it up for a one shot. I was. But
All right, yeah.
I will be releasing that at some point. So it is 1% FA almond, 0.75% deep fried pastry dough from Wonder Flavors, 1.75% Capella French vanilla, 2% Capella funnel cake, 0.5% of Cap Super Sweet, 4% Flavor West vanilla bean ice cream, and 1% FA Zeppela.
And you know it's going to be good when it's got all the triangles.
Yeah. It's loosely based on a fried ice cream.
All right. Do you know I like Chef's Mexican fried ice cream? That's nice.
Yeah, it's loosely based on. It's the same sort of profile, but it's not a clone of Chef's one.
Brad Jones thinks that the sea spreads from glasses not sanitised in bars, and Kenny says he thinks it's done from docking. I have no idea what that is, mate. I've never heard of that docking.
Google it.
And Swan thing says, I love Dinky Donuts. They are very honest. You know, I like these Dinky Donuts. I polished that off. That were really nice Dinky Donuts.
Wasn't there one of those you started and at first you didn't like it and then you wound up liking it? Those Dinky Donuts. I thought that was one you tried when you first tried it. They weren't sure.
Graham's
about
Adam. You've
No,
had it, haven't you, Graham?
that was me. I didn't like it at first, and then I think the sweetness got to me after a while.
Groucho Cut?
They are really, really. I find them way too sweet.
Yeah, for the cheap juice though, I think that they're not bad for the cheap. So only about you can pick them up for about £6.
I really enjoyed the V Donuts range of show films.
V, I've never heard of them.
V Donuts. I can't remember whether that was actually. I think that was the make V
All
donuts,
right.
but they had. Remember, I had them a while ago. I had a strawberry one, a lemon one, lemon custard one. Didn't really get a lot of donuts from them, but the actual fillings were quite nice.
Craig D says pegging. No, I've never heard of pegging now. Only my washing. And Kieran's saying docking or dogging. Well, take your pick, mate.
Oh, I already responded to him. Ask
£6
Bill, he's the
cheap.
expert. Ask
Yeah.
Bill, he's the expert.
Exactly. It is £6 is cheap for 120 mil. It's a cheap budget juice.
Yeah.
That's not half bad for a cheap juice, to be honest with you. I would definitely. They do a strawberry one, all sorts. But the vanilla's nice. The vanilla's a nice one.
Well, can I share a donut recipe?
You certainly can share a donut recipe.
Okay, this is right, that's it. This is from Pippa. I remember I made 50 mils of this, and then I made 100 mils straight after, because the topping on this is amazing. Just reminds me of the topping on Sayers donuts,
All right, yeah.
except with the I didn't have the nuts, so I didn't.
Well,
put the nuts in.
Sayers don't no longer exist, mate.
Doesn't it? Don't they? Greg said.
No, it's not. It's £1. It's that £1 bakery is now Sayers.
Okay, so but I didn't have the butter pecan or the vanilla nut brittle, so I made it without the nuts, and that was the time where I wasn't really keen on nuts, but that's how things change. So it's butter pecan at 1%, butterscotch ripple at 1.5, cake batter dip at 1, FA caramel at 0.75, custard premium at 2, and the glazed donut at 2. And vanilla nut brittle. But if you don't like nuts, take those two out, and it's just an amazing caramel donut.
All right.
And I think it's the cake batter dip with the
Glazed donut.
Oh, you are so lucky Bill's not here. He loves his nuts.
And those two together are a base. A lot of people know about those two together. The butterscotch ripple with the caramel. But adding that little bit custard premium just took it over to the next level.
Looks
Really
good.
worth mixing that up if you've got any of those flavors. I'll put that in chat.
Stuart Dill saying, hi Liam, Grandma's lemonade, banging from chefs.
I'm glad you like it, Stuart. I'm glad you've found a liquid that you really enjoy.
Finally got him one that you can taste.
Yep.
Fee's been using funnel cake lately too. Works well for a donut.
Yeah.
Right, so like I say, do go over check out our sponsor, DIYFlavorchaser.co.uk, for all your one-shop needs. You can get all some of the best mixers throughout the world. Over there, you can use the code Benny10, and it takes it from
£8.50
to
down £7.65.
£7.65. So go over and check them out. Do buy some of the one-shots. You've got some of the best mixers from out of the world. You've got Nevins, you've got Pugs, you've got Graham, you've got Liam, you've got everybody. Go check them out.
And it may not sound like a lot, but you know what? When you get, if you buy a few of them, that adds up. It's like getting a free one.
It does.
Buy 5
and
to get a free one. Yeah.
it makes 200 mil of e-liquid.
Yep.
All you need is VGPD and some nicotine. You can use nicotine shots if you want.
Order 5 one-shots and you got yourself over a liter.
Exactly. Bargain. So, just leading on to that, if you would like to be on this mum's competition, it's open to everybody around the world. We've tried to make it like that so we can give you a little bit back to you. It's not a great deal, like I say. It's just a £10, $10, whichever. So it might be a $10 gift card from Bull City. It will be a if you're in the EU, £10 gift card from Chefs. Or if you are in the UK, it will be 2 one-shots from our lovely sponsor at flavorchaser.co.uk. DIY So yeah, put Duck Race again. Yes, Duck Race. So put X1 if you want to be in on the race. So Graham
Can I
can
just take the participants list?
Well, if they put X1, you can just type the name into what is it? That's why I've done it now, because it'll take probably about 10 minutes.
Can you
Add
remember
Craig
the
D.
last
Second
time
one,
I
take
tried
away Craig
typing
D.
things while
Yeah. So we've got Craig D. We've got the Vaping Snowman. Anybody else? Craig, no, you only type it once, mate. Mike Haynes is in. Sam N's in. Dave Lloyd's in. Swamp Thing's in. Cloud Chucker is in. Stuart Dill is in. Craig D's out. Because he's put it in that many fucking times. You greedy son of a bitch. So, anybody else? Anybody else? Scott
Scott
Broom.
Broom.
X1. Others Facts. Others Facts is X1. Rocky Tooney, I did a dingleberry recipe. Who won? Sam Pollock. We haven't done it yet. Sam Pollock is in.
Hang on, what am I up to?
Tony Laura's in. Snowman, you're already in. Aidan M is in. Papa Chigley's in. Barry Jones is in. Free Riders in. Kenny 2020. You can have it. Of course you can. It's a one shot. If you get it in the UC. Liz Thomas is in. Baker and Becca's in. Love that free. Yeah, not wrong with free shit. I'm all for it.
Just making sure I haven't ever put.
What one was it? Rocky.
Sam's in.
Rocky put what in?
Stuart M is in. Anybody else? For anybody else? Right, so it's open to everybody. You just have to send me your email with your address on. You get an email voucher. I think that's how you got it, wasn't it, Tim? When what is it? Did it last time? Terry Wilson's in. I just swapped it over onto yours, didn't I? I put your email address in. Tim.
What?
Your voucher came to you, didn't it, on your email address?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Yes.
It came through from Dave.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she's actually got some of her blueberry coffee made up because of it.
Yes.
She'll get plenty of it now.
Marek is in. Rigged. We haven't even started yet. Greg, we haven't even started yet. So
Rigged. Rigged.
It was piffed by Dave Lloyd.
We've got 21 people in.
Mark. Yeah.
Any more? Last call. Last call. Any more? Leo Barry.
Leo Barry.
We'll let it run for another minute and then we will call it. Craig D's paid to win.
Oh, okay. Super chat. Here we go. Yeah.
Exactly. Super chat. Super
He
chat.
puts in $100 super chat to win a $10 card. Okay, we can do two of these.
Rasper's in. Rasper. I hope you're all right, brother. Rasper just snuck in there on the back door.
He drops 100 bills in there. You can get the $10 card, and then we can do a second one.
Kenny
Kenny 2020's jumped in. Oh, well in, Kenny. You might as well start your mixing journey somewhere.
Yep.
El Piff to Craig. We'll have to leave it on Adrian's wall. David Marshall's in. We'll have to, if we do, we'll have to leave it on Adrian's wall for Craig because he won't send us his address so we know where he lives. We'll have to leave it on fucking border for him.
I'm going to see
Any
how
more?
many names I've typed wrong.
Fat fingers.
Last call for anybody who wants to be in. Like I say, it's open to all over the world.
Dave.
Dave, what a Craig D. I'm only joking, boys. He didn't have to super chat, but thank you very much for it. Much
Thank you, guys.
appreciated.
Is in
Much
Thomas
appreciated.
in?
Ian, are you in? Ian Thomas, are you in? Like I say, if you're in the UK, you will get two one-shots from DIYFlavorchaser.co.uk. If you do get them, try them out. Let us know what you think of them. If you are in Europe, it will be a chef's voucher because that's the nearest one I could get to for you to get stuff into. What is it? And for America, the nearest one I could get were Bull City Flavors. With that, were the only one that.
That's a good one. I mean, it works
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah, Ian Thomas is in.
Yes.
Cheers, Dave. Much appreciated, mate. And cheers, Craig. Much appreciated for that as well. I'll buy an egg. I'll buy a chicken. They're only 50p if you get them from Chicken Factory.
Hey, if you got a neighbor like mine, he just goes and gets a friend to give you 5 laying chickens, and you're all set. You don't even have to raise them. Let's get their eggs.
You know, if you go to chicken, they sell them off when they've been in battery farms. They're awful. They look awful, but they do come back. They do come back once they're out in the room.
Oh, I will tell you a story, and this is a true story. So I went to the funeral this last weekend. So the chickens I didn't let them out for the 2 days I was gone. So I let them out that day after I came back. They refused to go back in again because they're like, screw you. You locked me in here. They flew up in a tree above the car, and I had to literally go get the ladder, and it took both of us like an hour and a half to try and catch those damn chickens and put them in their pen because they would have got eaten out there. Dumb chickens.
Right, are we ready to do this then?
Okay.
I
just want to watch the duck race. This is the fun part.
You can pick whatever race you want.
Okay, so 2 minutes. Is that 2 seconds or 2 minutes? I'll share my screen.
All weird looking things. Oh,
that is 2 minutes. That is 2 minutes.
Okay.
Add a 0. We want 20 minutes. We want to watch this go.
So what do we do now?
You just put
set.
Go set. Is it set?
Yep.
Yeah. There we go, and we're ready. And then you click start when you're ready to go.
Oh, no, cute little duckies. No. Got snowmen.
Shuffling characters. Start. What are you doing? Not
shuffling characters. Where's the start button?
Ready?
There's a lot of Santa Clauses.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah. And we're off. Good luck, everybody.
Hang on, put you over there. So you can see. So no picking your nose.
Invasion of the Mall Santas right here.
And we're off.
Father Christmases.
Oh my God, there's so many of them in there. It's really hard to read.
Good luck, all. Good luck. And we're off. We've got
free riders right up front with somebody there. I can't read the other name. I think it might be Ian.
Exactly. That wee creepy Santa comes sit on my
That is a lot of Santa Clauses. That is a lot of Santa Clauses.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right? Dasser and Big Santa. Sorry.
Wouldn't be very much fun if free rider won. I think is that David Marshall coming up?
Yeah, David Marshall's coming up.
You couldn't find a Halloween themed one. We're already jumping to Christmas. It's not even Halloween yet. You're as bad as a grocery store.
Barry Jones took an early lead. Oh, he'll lose his leg. So rigged, exactly rigged.
I want to see him fall down and get trampled. I know it's just wrong, but
Other Facts has ordered 8 one-shots from DIY Flavor Taster. Looking forward to trying them all.
Greg D's coming up.
Swamp Thing's going backwards. I'm closer. I'm in the middle of the back run as typical. You might have a sudden get down to about 10 seconds. You have a sudden shift. So Craig D
is coming forward. Yeah, big time. He's flying forward.
How's it rigged as fuck? You're about 4, Craig.
Oh, Craig, you burned out. You're going backwards.
Kenny 2020 second. I think. Oh, he might be first actually.
Actually, yes, he's first. Ian's in second.
Oh, we're going for the shift. Here
we go.
Come on, here comes the big shift.
He's going to come out.
Come on, son. Come on. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
Going to take the lead.
Aiden M sneaking through. Aiden M. Aiden M. Yeah, it's going to be Aiden M. Aiden M. Oh, well done, Aiden.
There you go, Aiden.
Well done, Aiden M.
You're the best of the Mall Santas in October.
So just let us know. Well done, Aiden M. Just let us know if you are UK or wherever.
God, that music.
We didn't hear it that much. So
I could just feel my life draining away.
Okay, just ass biscuits. .com.
We know why Dave Lloyd didn't win.
So
his kid was too busy eating sugar cookies.
Exactly, Kenny 20. If you're at the front, you're not going to get out at front beginning. If you email me there at that, Aidan, and we will sort it out if you would. If, like I say, Swamp Thing might still run it, exactly. So yeah, just send me an email there. Let me know where you're from, and we can sort it out from there. Like I say, if you are from the UK, you go over to DIYFlavorchaser.co.uk and pick 2 one-shots from there, and we'll get them out for you. If you're in Europe, then it'll have to be a chef's, and if you're in America, then it will be from Bull City Vapors. Dave Lloyd, my name was spelled wrong.
Yeah, redo. Name is spelled wrong. Yep.
All right, so fair enough, mate. Thanks, mate. We'll do it. I'm in the UK. Right, so have a look on his site on DIYFlavorchaser.co.uk. Email me what you want, and we'll sort it out with. And then give me your address, and then I'll sort it out with Liam, and we'll get them out to you, mate. Thank you very much. Have fun, that. It's nice. Once a month. Bob, you all right, mate? What's rocking? Just missed out on a little bit of a race. I just think it's a way of giving stuff back to people who are watching. Do you know? And it opens it up, because a lot of shows, they don't have it open up for everybody, do they? It's usually UK or anybody else. And I just thought, well, it's the only way we can open it up to everybody. Yeah. To be honest with you, is do it that way. Leo West saying, looked like my Santa was eating while running. Never had a shot, exactly, mate. All right, mate, no problems. No problems. Just email when you get a chance. And then we'll sort that out. So, well done. But let us know, like I say, if you do try them, let us know what you think. And if you are on Instagram and all that lot, just bob it out on social where you got them from. Helps us out. Helps Liam out.
And I hope you enjoy the ones that you got as well, Headers Facts.
Yeah, Graham's name isn't even spelled right. We already went over this. Graham's name. You can't expect him to spell your name right. I mean, he can't spell his own name right.
Exactly. Hit the thumbs up. Does help the show out and the analytic. Sending charge back to you.
Yeah, like I said, you know what it was is Dave Lloyd won last time. He had to make sure Dave Lloyd wouldn't win, so he picked Santa's because he knew he'd be stuck eating sugar cookies the whole way.
Yeah. Too much swag in his sack. I thought it was rigged, mate. It was rigged. That's what it was. We put them in specially. Do you know what I mean? Just so it looks. Yeah, Kenny 27. Mine obviously got a whiff of Mrs. Claus 2 furlongs out. It burnt out. It peaked too early. He peaked right at the last minute. Wasn't very satisfying. Right, so we are coming up to that time. It's gone really quick again. It's gone really, really quick. Always goes quick on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, it flies by.
It does. It does.
Actually.
So, like I say, if you want to go over to DIYFlavorchaser.co.uk and get all your one-shot needs from there, 200ml for a nice price if you use Benny 10 of
£7.65.
There we go.
So what we'll do is we'll go around and say goodbyes. So I will start with Liam. Seeing you carry on from that, you might as well carry on.
Thanks everybody. Been great seeing everyone in chat again, and actually seeing everybody else's recipes. And there's some there's some corkers out there, some really good looking recipes coming out from chat. You can follow me on. I'm lost. You can follow me on Instagram as U.K.E-liquid Mixing, as well as catch me in most of the DIY groups on Facebook. Including Monkey on Juice, which is Graham's own mixing group.
Well, it's the show's mixing group, isn't it? So
yeah,
it is.
Got hijacked.
And as Benny said, go on to DIYFlavorchaser.co.uk and check out what we have. We have one shots from some of the best mixers from around the world, including Tam Vapes, Zippy. We have Creed's Custard. We have Graham's Cafe Love. I also have one of mine, one of David Marshall's, and many others. So pop along and check them out. And don't forget to use your code Benny10 to get yourself 10% off.
Yes.
And I will pass it over to Graham.
Okay, thanks everybody in chat. That's kind of cheered me up. I'm feeling miserable this afternoon. It really was. Kept on popping into the Zoom room, go, nobody's in. Shall I Skype off? Shall I Skype off? Pop over to Monkey on Juice on Facebook. If you're new to mixing and need any help, just pop over there. I'm quite happily will put some time. If you're new and need pick flavors, everything like that, I can help you steer you in the right direction.
And how to spend your money.
And how to spend your money. But I'll try and keep it as cheap as possible for you. And don't forget noted and on the DIY or Die channel, because they do, if you're new, you can always go to like the strawberry section, watch the strawberry video, and then in the chat they'll have a list of all the strawberries, and if the further down you go, the better the strawberry is, and you can just pick out the strawberries you want, and it makes things a lot easier. I started that way, and it really did help. And again, thanks everyone, and I'll pass it over to Tim.
Yep. Tonight, Galti vapes, and then yeah. So tomorrow, I actually am going to be on the Meters channel for the Punchy Kicky thing. They're doing the Grand Prix thing for the finals. So we're going to do a Grand Prix thing where all the people that got knocked out, including myself, are going to be the judges for that. So it's going to be a little fun tomorrow night, and then record for the podcast. So other than that, I put the calendar in chat. All the E-liquid mixing shows. I am on a few of them, and occasionally spot on the others as well. And while we're bringing up the fact that it seems how someone brought Christmas up way too early, by the way, with the Santa Clauses, it might be time to start, putting a few notes aside and starting to think about, if you're going to play along with the whole vodka thing, you might want to start thinking what you want to mix and what you might want to have. I mean, let's get some ideas here. And maybe we can talk Graham into doing some really weird crap this year instead. Let's try. And with that, I'll pass you over to Benny. Thank you, Benny.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everybody in chat for being with us. It's absolutely fantastic and joining the chat and everything. Congratulations to Aidan M for winning. Like I say, hit me up on an email and we sort that out. Thank you very much for my casters for being in here week in, week out. And helping me out, much appreciated. Bill will be back hopefully next week after his dogging mission or hitting a ball with a little stick. I'm sure he'll be back. Do check out Monkey on Juice, like I was saying, if you want to join in there. Do check out DIYFlavorchaser.co.uk and do check out Tim on every mixing show that you can find. Just type in DIY-E-liquid mixing into YouTube and he'll be on there. He's on everyone, virtually. So we will be back next week, same time, same place. Good night.
Night.
Night all.
Ooh, that sounds good, Kenny.